Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast number 169. My name is Mistletoe, and I'm here with the core team. Your host for tonight, as always, the one and only Atlas. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Mistletoe, and folks, welcome back for another edition of the ARK Daily Podcast. Tuesday, April 18th, another fantastic day of pure growth, as you're all witnessing here, folks. 4,530 vault accounts. Sheesh, on the rise. Yes, folks. Pancake swap liquidity. The 888s. Snake eyes, folks. 888,599 BUSD. Always on the climb. ILC reserves holding nice and steady. It's amazing. It's just mind-blowing how balanced the system is. As we know, it is printing 2% daily and not asking folks to hyper compound their way to the hyperbolic, the cobra grab. No. The ARK is like the Bannisters, my friends. The ARK pays its debts every single day. Hear from here. Sheesh. Beautiful thing to see that. Perfect balance where folks are putting the food on the table and the project just keeps going and growing. The mobile application is a smash. It is a hit. The feedback globally is coming back. And the folks are very impressed. Very, very happy. Today, we have a Spark prize of 386.44 ARK. And in case you're wondering, friends, that is $2,206.57. And that's going to be deposited directly into the vault account of the 121st Spark prize winner. And we're going to do that here for you live today on the podcast. But before we do that, let's turn it over to Mr. Brett Nordine. Hope you're doing well, sir.
Doing great. Thank you very much. Yeah, a couple quick updates today. The roadmap presentation is finalized. So I know you and I are going to go over things one last time. And, we're going to announce a release to the DAO date. And I think you and I will probably give a presentation to them of the roadmap presentation, get feedback. And then we'll have it out to the public shortly after that. So that might happen this week. I think you and I just need to corral and decide on a date and time, and then make the announcement and present to the DAO members first. And then on a second topic, we've been working on this scan your QR code for the mobile web app. And Scripto King gave me an update today. We don't have complete success yet, but Alex and Scripto King are going to test that feature tomorrow. So that was a bit of a hurdle, simply because, the way that apps work and things, it's not always clean to scan a code and then pass a referral address through the PWA setup. So that was a bit of a challenge, and Scripto King had to figure out a way to do it. But the code's in place. He's going to test it tomorrow. We don't have confirmation yet that it's a success, but we'll keep at it if it's not. And hopefully, cross your fingers that will be in place, and we'll be able to announce it tomorrow that was a success. So those are the two major updates. We've been working in the background on Alex has been working on the D app and also the utilities, the on and off ramps. So those are some exciting things to come. But other than that, can you think of anything else that you may want me to address?
No, I know we've been working really hard on the on and off ramp integration.
Yes.
That's going to just take the mobile application to the galactic realms. Really making it frictionless for people to get involved. Start showing folks the success they're having here at ARK. Bring them on board and be able to take out their debit card and purchase right directly into the vault. Quick, simple, no friction, really, really excited about that. And also the off ramps. We can't give away too much, but boy, is it looking good.
Oh yeah, those are a must-have, really, and especially with what's going on with regulatory framework, having an anonymous way to spend your crypto in the real world and on e-commerce sites and things like that. That's, I think, becoming a must-have for any DeFi enthusiast. So yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, the exchanges have a target on their back. They're getting fined left and right. Things are becoming tougher. We understand that the masses here at ARK are your average Joes, your average Janes, truck drivers, Uber drivers, farmers, nurses, the guy working at Kinko's who just hates his job and wants to get out of the whole slave wage system. Understanding that the fiat is decaying, cannibalizing every single day, not just in America, Argentina, Lebanon, Europe, Asia, everywhere, my friends. Everything is costing so much more, and they need a better way. They need DeFi in their lives, and we're here to provide that. We're here to help them make it as easy, simple as possible, so they could all be here on the ARK, just like the rest of us, smiling ear to ear as the ARK printers counteract, counterbalance, fight against the fractional reserve banking system and their printers, which are just devaluing all of your savings, all of your life's hard work. Feel kind of bad for the boomers. They're sitting on all this cash that's just becoming trash so fast. 401ks in the dumpster, and they're needing a solution. For 45% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Payday loans. I mean, a lot of folks can't even take care of their car notes. If you want to get into a good business, get a couple of those repo trucks. Now that's a nice little cash flow business. Because, folks, it's just scary out there. I know not for a lot of us because we're already here, but there's so many folks out there that need a solution. We got a couple minutes till Coach Brad gets in the house. Oh, he's here already. We just got so many folks I couldn't even find him. Coach Brad.
Yes, sir.
Are you wet again? Did the rain capture you and get in your way?
No, it's not raining. It's just very cold. No, just walked through the door, just getting my Medium article set up that I'm presenting tonight, and if you just give me a couple of minutes, and I'll be ready to go. About a minute.
Fantastic. Go ahead, sir. We've got a full house in here. A lot of happy people. We got the Crypto Black Sheep. Hey, Crypto Black Sheep, can you do your legendary Let's Get This Crypto, like the really loud, like long one that takes like a minute?
Put me on the spot, huh?
Always. I need some help here today.
Crypto! Black sheep style.
Wow. How's that humanly possible?
Let's get this crypto, baby.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
Was that Chat GBT robot? That was awesome.
And you got us all bullish over here, Crypto Black Sheep. Got a great crowd tonight here. Donatello, Get Her Done, Ed Rosenquist, Glenn, Payday, Tarno F, Crypto Fergie, The Ferg. The Ferg took the ARK all the way to the ATM over there in the UK, took out those pounds, sterling pounds, from his ARK winnings, my friends.
Let's go.
You're becoming quite the legend here on the ARK, my friend. Your star is rising for everyone to see. We all love the video. Going to the ATM after doing all of your... Then you went over there, got the cold, hard sterling cash. Sheesh. Legendary. We also have AJ Metz, Brooklyn Best, J-Dog, Rafael Soto, by Z Dips, better half of the Crypto Badgers. Shout out to Max P. Archie, our very own Scripto King, folks. A round of applause for the King, the Scripto King. Sheesh. Making the world better every day through that mobile application, sir. Thank you. Ryan, Mac George, all the way from Greece. Jashawn Vanquish, our very own Coach Roberto, gave us a hell of a breath yesterday. Hit the reset button. Had us be breathing sets of 100 through the mouth. Boy, did we get out there. Fantastic breath. Thank you, Coach Roberto. Mike Haney, OX Bitpole, Chris, Danielle Banks, Hamza, Donato, always representing, always loving the ARK. The same as G.I. Joe, Justin McDonald, Donette Bodily, Hia Nico, Terry Tibbs, the meme master. Sheesh. Does he know how to put a smile on everybody's faces with those memes? Our very own Crypto Putter Catalyst, the official editor-in-chief of the ARK Medium publication, Niall Brandon, the Rainmaker. Shout out to his new channel coming out, educating the masses. And of course, we have our very own Mistletoad, Coach Brad. These are the gentlemen that wear the white gloves. And folks, I think we're just about ready to hit the all aboard.
All aboard!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And just
Fantastic.
Screen here.
It is all yours, Coach Brad.
Thank you very much. So we have a new article from a investor here at ARK. I believe, this is his very first and only Medium article that he's written. Please go over and give him a follow. We have put this through the suite widget. As soon as I saw it, as soon as I read it, put it straight in. 65 comments, 2.4k claps. So that's really good. And this is a good this is a good article. He reached out to me and said he wanted to start on Medium. Did I have any advice or tips for him? Could I help him with the process? And I said, of course. My advice to him was just to write about his. I said, look, the first Medium article is the easiest one because you just write about your journey, how you got to the ARK, and how it's gone for you up until this point, and that is what he's done. And it's just another great testimonial. It's a very, very good article, well written. I like that he has almost like a bullet point style of what he likes about the ARK, and yeah, it's really good. So just take a sip of this drink and I'll get into it. So, this is Brian, and this is my journey to ARK. I started investing in crypto for the first time in January 2022. And as many of you probably experienced if you were investing last year, I lost a considerable amount of hard-earned money in one project after another. I started asking myself if I should quit crypto investing altogether. With the bear market's unrelenting grip not looking to let up anytime soon, I started looking into ROI protocols for passive income. I found a project that looked very promising in the middle of 2022, and I started investing heavily. However, I noticed the price continuing to drop as people continued to sell, and the stream of new investors started declining. I noticed several key flaws in the protocol design, which have been addressed brilliantly by the creators of ARK. More on this below. Unfortunately, over several months, I watched my investment dwindle away to nothing, and the community became increasingly frustrated with the devs and crypto in general. We were given one broken promise after another. Sound familiar? If so, please read on. Then my crypto experience changed forever when I heard about ARK in early November 2022 from a fellow investor who was also in the daily in the daily ROI protocol, which failed. He explained to me that ARK was different, and of course I was skeptical. After a considerable amount of research, I was convinced ARK was different and was able to get into the private sale and invested $335 at a rate of $275 per ARK in early November. So this is obviously a pre-sale investor. Since then, I was able to grow my ARK vault considerably over time by purchasing a Silver Legacy NFT and compounding and reinvesting. My ARK vault balance is now over 1,800 ARK, over $10,000 principal balance from a $335 investment. Key differentiators of ARK versus other DeFi protocol projects which I've been a part of, hint, they all failed. He doesn't name any projects either, which I like, because he's obviously not happy. 1 second, Charlie, what are you crying about, buddy? Go on, let me go. He's obviously not happy with his previous investments. You know, they didn't go well. By the sounds of it, he bought the top and held them all the way down, which is a common thing of last year. Yeah. And exactly as Atlas just used the soundboard, was left crying. So it's unfortunate. Obviously, we're not happy that that's happened, but it is a key trend of investing of last year from many people. So number one, not a fork of any project, but 100% ground built up, taking best practices from other projects and evolving mechanics to increase sustainability. All purchased ARK tokens are deposited into the ARK vault, eliminating tokens in the wild that can be traded or dumped onto the market and onto the investors, onto the community. Balanced approach to compounding and profit taking reduces the typical sell pressure witnessed when investors are encouraged to hyper compound. CWR limits force investors to pay themselves sooner rather than later. Buy and sell limits level the playing field between large investors and small investors, making the protocol more fair. The amount of ARK tokens withdrawn over the life of a wallet is about half of the other daily ROI protocols, resulting in a more conservative and sustainable payout. The referral reward system encourages continuous promotion by paying 5% of all deposits from direct referrals, your first level. In addition to earning a variable yield, the foundation provides utility for people wanting to qualify for referral levels. Liquidity controller that is dynamic and can adapt to market conditions while eliminating wild swings in the price chart. ARK generates investment capital through the legacy NFTs and ownership protocol, utility and dividend rewards protocol. Liquidity pool funds are not used for new developments or to make external investments. So he's, just stating the difference between the legacy NFT pool and the liquidity pool. DAO voting process for the project updates, external investments, and ecosystem expansion. And number 12, a marketing plan and product roadmap focused on mass market adoption and growing the community with non-crypto investors. This includes a recently released mobile application with integration that eliminates steps in the onboarding process to make it easy for everyone. And that is in bold and should be, because that is a huge it's a huge thing that we've got coming. Huge utility. Had a walkthrough today with someone and just had so many problems getting money into crypto. It was, absolutely painful and, not a smooth, seamless process at all. The ARK mobile app is available to everyone and can be downloaded here. It's got the link. And he's got a link to the walkthrough by Scripto King, which is also very useful. I used the app for a week, being part of the DAO, and still when that was released, I still watched it because it is, it's brilliant. If you're not sure about any part of it, that will clear it up for you. Come join me. Now that I have been a part of ARK for over 4 months and my vault balance is above 1,800 ARK, I'm ready to give back to the community. I've just created an ARK syndicate. That's what teams are called at ARK, with a dedicated Telegram group. Please reach out to me on Telegram if you're interested in joining my syndicate and private ARK Telegram group. That is his Telegram name, Ricali. By joining my syndicate, you will have access to my advice and experience with ARK, and you will also be provided with these benefits. I will give you a 5% airdrop immediately based on your initial investment. If you have over 200 ARK deposits, you will be included in my weekly airdrops. So part of the reason that he wrote this Medium article was because he, when he first contacted me, he wants to build a team and he wants to give back to the community. He's, ecstatic with his investment, how much he's earned, and, wants to give back. So that's, it's really nice to see. I will save 10% of my weekly compounds into airdrops, and I will send them to the team weekly, which currently amounts to about 25 ARK weekly and will grow over time. So, it'll just keep growing each week. Then he has taken the advice. He's probably watched the podcast or been a part of the podcast or, watched it at a later date, and has taken the advice from Mr. Arnott Fleming when we talk about his Medium articles with a step-by-step guide of how to get in. I think these are great, because if you come across a Medium article and you think, right, this is for me, you do your due diligence. If you don't have this here, people are going to go away and they're going to look for another route of entry onto the ARK. So, and if you're the person that's introduced them to ARK, then you should, by rights and all fairness, get that referral. So very important to have this, I think, in Medium articles, and he's got that in there. And then he's got his disclaimer. So nice and short, talks about his story. I like the style, different people write in a different way, but this bullet point style, he's got 12 reasons here for the reason that he loves ARK and, thinks that people should join. And, 12 reasons off the cuff. I mean, you could probably think of a lot more reasons, but, he wrote this fairly quickly as well. From the time that he contacted me for advice to the time that he came back to me with the article I think it was within an hour. He was ready to go and put pen to paper and got out there and did it. And this is his very first Medium article, and I think it's very good. Just another great example of how easy these things are to do. Put yourself outside of the comfort zone, and before you know it, it will just become second nature. Super easy, good article. Hopefully he picks up some referrals from it and, can give back to his team. But really happy with that, and thought it was a really good article and wanted to share it with the community. What has happened there?
Hey, Brad, I think I saw him mention in the main chat that he just posted his first Medium article and he got like 3 referrals the same day or within 24 hours.
No way. That is fantastic.
Do a quick search and make sure I'm not lying. But I thought I saw, and I was like, no way, that's awesome. Yeah, maybe if you check the chat for him, I think that he got a few referrals like within the first 24 hours of posting it.
Well, that is fantastic.
Yeah, maybe it was somebody else.
No, he at least got one.
What's that?
I know he at least got one because I remember him posting that he got his first one. So
Oh,
he
okay.
was really excited.
Maybe it was one. I thought maybe it was a few, but yeah, maybe it was at least one. Like right when he posted the article, I think it was within a day or so, he got at least one referral.
Well, it's only been 2 days since he posted it. So, yeah, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. I love that. I'm just having a look through the chat now to see if I can find that post.
While you do that, let's go ahead and bring the Mistletoe with his big wheel to spin. Let's give away some money, some 50 BUSD. Tell them all about it, Mr. Mistletoe.
Let's go. So this is the Wheel of the Toad, as they like to call it. This is the sweep widget entry. Every day after the podcast, we post a new sweep widget link. All it is a link you click on. It's going to give you a list of tasks varying from YouTube videos, Medium articles, Twitter links, even some websites on there. You're just going to follow the task list. It's all you have to do. It takes about 2 to 5 minutes of your time. Every day we have a new one. And once you do that, you'll be entered onto this beautiful wheel right here for your chance to win $50 to $100 worth of BUSD.
And how many folks participated today, sir?
We got 69 for podcast 169, to be honest.
Okay, let's go. That means there's about 4,000 slackers out there that are missing out. It's all right. On the count of 3, sir. If you're ready. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations. I take my time. You've won $50 worth of BUSD. They enter every single day, so kudos to you.
And thanks to everyone that participated and didn't win today. Tomorrow, I mean, just after the podcast, actually, you'll have another chance to join and lock yourself in and win another 50 BUSD. Every day is a chance to win the All Aboard contest, as well as to win the Spark rewards. Sheesh. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get pumped up, ready to unleash the beast of the Spark. And if you have the opportunity, you're eligible, this is the time, folks, to call out Sparky. Sparky, Sparky, come here.
Let's get this crypto. Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
Shout out to the person out there that's named Spark the Ark. Let's go.
Let's get this crypto.
And there it is, folks. We have today's Spark Prize winner. Their wallet ends in 98DB. They've won 391.13 ARK, and they are a first-time winner, folks. Congratulations. Sheesh. They are officially in nitro mode. And as we do for all the first-time winners, folks, we play the first-time winner jingle here, live on the podcast forum. Turn down the volume. It's pretty loud.
Woo, yeah, let's get this crypto, baby.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
Never a dull one, folks. And with that, we're going to turn it over to our very own crypto DeFi expert, Mr. Z, to tell us what's happening on those crypto streets, Wall Street, all streets. Hope you're doing well, sir.
Absolutely, Alice.
Just to confirm, sorry, Z. I didn't mean to talk over you, but just to confirm, Brett was right. Brian posted, already got a few new members on my team since I wrote my Medium article published yesterday. So within a day, he's got a few new members. So that is the power of putting yourself outside of your comfort zone and getting some work done. So, you know, if that's not incentive for people to go out there and do it, what is?
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Z,
go
back
ahead,
to you.
Talking over you, buddy.
No, that's awesome. My guy's getting some referrals from his Medium article. Kudos to that. Good times, good times. Yeah, before I start the DeFi sessions, Atlas, I'd like to say, you know, they say meeting your heroes is a curse. I got to meet one of my heroes today.
Who is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, Tino from Traders Reality.
Oh, the T. That's my boy right there.
Bruh.
Nice, man. Tell us all about it. Well, first tell the people here who he is, because, you know, I hate hearing about somebody I don't even know who they are.
Oh my God. If you guys know about Bitcoin, if you guys know about charts, then you will know about Traders Reality. And we talked about, so Traders Reality, this guy, he doesn't charge a penny. Like, he's created a whole indicator called the Victor Candles. He's a really insightful guy. And for, I think that, like, Alice, would you say for like a couple of years, he didn't show his face, right? He was in Dutch.
Yeah.
But
he
now,
just started a couple of months ago. Correct.
So, yeah. So if you guys are into like Bitcoin and to know where the environment's going in both traditional finance and crypto, do subscribe to Traders Reality. It's run by this guy Tino, and his event starts in like you can say a few hours. But this guy, like he gives real insights, and he's always on the ball. He's not a Kramer. Like, the guy's very technical. He explains things like they are, and we talked about Bitcoin. So would you guys like to know my insights on Bitcoin after speaking to him?
Sure, but more I'd like to know what he said about the ARK.
Yeah, no, I told him.
All those people over there.
Yeah, I told him, I said, like, whilst you're sending us in fear and greed indexes and fear mongering and making us scared, us at the ARK team are basically, enjoying our pina coladas near the beach and enjoying life. And he said, and then I educated him on ROI dApps and the importance of replacing the banking industry with ROI dApps and giving people a better savers account than the 2%. How much was Apple giving today? Unless I think I shared it with
you. Yeah, you could show the card. 4.5% APR. That's a year, folks. That's a year. We need a bigger boat. We need a bigger boat. I'll see if I can show them the card a little bit later.
Yeah, see if you can find that card somewhere. If you send it to me DM, I'll show it to people. But like Apple and Goldman Sachs released a savers account today. And me being a big Apple fan, right? I was the first to get the iPhone. I was the first to get the iPad. And for me to be so excited about the savers account, I'm like, I can't wait to get this savers account. And then I checked the terms and conditions, and I'm like, how much do I get as a return if I park my money here? And I think it was 4.15% for the whole year annually, right? So to earn $4,000, I have to put $100,000 into a savers account. It's not a good return on investment. I got to tell Apple that. So that's how we're starting off today. But yeah, like,
and they can't stop us. They can't stop us. We're so decentralized that we're not going through the store, and they're not a barrier for the ARK folks.
No way. They're stuck in traditional finance. And as the great MC Hammer said, can't touch this, right? So that's how we do.
I sent you the card, by the way. If you want to show it, you could probably dump it into one of the tabs here. There it is.
Look at that. So this is this marketing or what, Atlas, man? Like the day I was excited to tell you about this. Honestly, I was excited. I'm like, Atlas, I'm gonna call you. My favorite company is creating a savings account, and we need to be part of that. And when I looked at the annual yield on it, I'm like, Atlas would laugh at me. So we can share this with the crowd now. And tell me, guys, what do you guys think of this? Apple and Goldman Sachs launched savings account with 4.15%. For 1 second, yeah, I thought it was daily. I don't know why, because I'm so used to it.
You're just spoiled. They need to invest in the ARK and give these people that I said 4.5. It's 4.15. I stand corrected for the folks that are listening and can't see this. But they actually launched a credit card, I think about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, Goldman Sachs and Apple. But now this is, taking it to the whole other level, competing with the banks. Sheesh, this is pitiful.
Do you know what Apple's market cap is on this? How much is it? It's like
over $1 trillion.
$1 trillion, right? Market cap of Apple. Goldman Sachs also $1 trillion or something, or half of that.
I think Blackstone I know is 3. I'd have to check. I know Blackstone is 3 trillion. So, but they're up there.
Yeah. So combined, let's say $2-3 trillion between them and their friends, and this is a saving account they give to their customers. Come on, guys, they don't care about
this. Is the trash they give.
This is the trash. This is the vomit that we get from these big tech companies that we've given our life to. Pitiful. This is like, you expect, like how much did you pay for the iPhone, Atlas? I'm sorry, I'm having a laugh here, but the iPhone cost how much? Average $600 to $1,000.
I think they're over like 1,000 now.
$1,000.
Last one we bought the wife was probably $1,200. Yeah,
$1,200. So your customer spends $1,200 and accumulates that over the next 3 years, and then has to upgrade his phone because of software updates, another $1,200. So now I spend $2,400 in that time. If I put that same money into their savings account, I only make about $40 or $80. I'll give that to them.
And they don't offer a Spark reward, I think, for this savings account.
No, sir.
It's pitiful.
No, sir. They used to give free apps. They used to give
Black Sheep, are you ape into the Apple card? The Apple savings account?
Yeah, right.
Hey,
No, I'm good.
Hey, they pay higher than Wells Fargo.
Oh my! Oh my!
Ain't that saying
Wells
something? Ain't that saying something?
Yeah. So yeah, so
Big boat.
that's go on,
Bigger
go on,
boat. Bigger boat.
Bigger boats, man.
Drop the mic.
Bigger boat. That's it, man. We need a bigger boat, man, guys. So yeah, that's the news and joke for the day. That if you do support Apple and their savings account, you get 4.15% over the year. And I would say, and as Coach Roberto said, it's better than Wells Fargo, so it's good marketing. But here, guys, we give 2% today. Like, DeFi is a different beast. So realize we're in a blessed place. Let's go. We ripped into that money, man. How much, like, if you were to get, like, let's say minimum 1%, let's say you fall down to 1%, that's still 365% annually compared to 4.
But then you compound it here. Then you compound on the ARK. And you go galactic. And then you bring out the Kelly Slick calculator. You drop them around their heads. Oh, yeah. And then they see the light. And then they get on. And then they're smiling ear to ear, saying, let's get this crypto.
Let's get it. And then they buy an Apple iPhone every month. You're from there. But let's go, guys. We're in a blessed place. Realize that and understand that. And now I just want to kind of talk about technicals, because when I met Tino for a falafel today, a Greek falafel, as he says, and as I spoke to him, I told him I educate the community. I have a small, tiny community that's building right now, that's getting very educational, and they would love some insights from you. And I asked him, I'm like, am I buying some Bitcoin right now? He goes, you are short in Bitcoin right now. If you are a technical investor, if you are a person of integrity and you are up in profits and you're not paying yourself, then you're in the wrong industry. Because here, when we hit tops like this, we pay ourselves. And the great Tino.
You can see that imbalance right there on the pump. Going back there to around the 11th, that imbalance there.
Yeah. Yeah, here,
we've been telling them.
11th of April. So
these boys, over and over again, these moon boys put the moon boots on, they get on top of the tables, they start dancing, popping bottles, and then later you hear them over and over again.
Now, one sort of educational thing I'll give you guys for free is when you're looking to invest into a token or you're looking to invest into Bitcoin, put the chart up on TradingView. Look for this IFBD indicator. And what this IFBD indicator does is it tells you where the gaps are. And realize that's where you should be buying from. And unfortunately, the way retail does is we don't see these gaps. We think this is going to all-time highs and this is going to go straight up. Guys, these things get corrected, right? We're going to see corrections here. Maybe not today. Maybe you see a sideways movement for a little bit. Like Tino explained to me. Let me see if I can kind of draw it for you guys. So he says we're going to go sideways for a little bit. We're going to tap into this all-time high, and then once we've taken a high, then we drop the hammer and we get for previous lows, and that's when these 4 gaps you see get filled. And that's how you have to see technicals. That's how an investor has to see. That's why when you're getting into Tesla, or you're getting into any stock or the Dow Jones or any index in the world, realize that gaps get filled, and that's why you have to be careful. So I asked Tino, I said, where's his bags getting settled? And he goes, whoever gives me the highest ROI, I'm in for that, because that's the market right now. It's a staking market. It's a DApp market. And currently there's nothing to buy at these tops right now, only to take profits. So that's from the great Tino. Let's go.
He's a legend.
Legend guy. Like this is something he wrote. Like, dude, I had a handkerchief and a tissue paper next to me, and we didn't have paper. And this guy took out his pen out and drew this without even looking at the chart. This is how genuine the guy. He's like, we're gonna hit 3150, and we're not far off from 3150, right? All-time high was made 3163 here, right? So in his mind, 3150 is not touching the wicks. It's sort of hitting the body of the candle, and he's like, this is where we're gonna drop by. We're gonna touch this top. Yeah. What do you think of that? Listen.
Market maker, filling his bags over and over again, creating the hype, creating the FOMO. So, we've seen this before, and he's actually a genuine trader. He comes from a Forex trading background, and I think he saw the potential of bringing great technical analysis from Forex into crypto. And, the rest is history. The guy's done extremely, extremely well. He's got a Patreon group as well that people follow, and he does like private alpha stuff. He's making a ton of money, but he's doing it in an ethical way. I have nothing but respect for the guy. Where the majority of these YouTubers are, let's not even waste our breath.
Yeah.
How did you end up with the Greek eating falafel today?
Oh, man.
How did that happen?
Oh, there's a beautiful place called Notting Gate. And if any of you are from England, I'm sure Brad knows. Notting Gate is where you get the most organic food ever. So today on my break from my fasting, I said I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to go to Portobello Road and I'm going to get the best falafel in town. And with that, a good lunch. So whilst I'm having a falafel, I heard the word ladies and gentlemen. Like someone was talking on the phone and I'm like, I know that voice. I know that voice. I look behind me and I see this shorty Greek guy with a tash. And I'm like, this is Tino from Traders Reality. I need to meet you. I got up and I'm like, I'm a big fan of yours. I do not want to invade your privacy, but I'd like to talk about Bitcoin with you. Dude, not just did he buy me a falafel, he bought me a melon smoothie. He bought me a Tino style pizza from the place. And we talked for a whole 2 hours. He gave me 2 hours of his time. He didn't have to do it.
Wow.
He had to go pick up his daughter, and he gave me 2 hours.
Yeah, we know. He always talks about his daughter on the stream. Amazing. Yeah. What a day, man. Really happy for you.
What a day. This is how we start the day. So this is a Tino special, guys. This is the recipe, and this is the way he sees Bitcoin. And I couldn't disagree with him. And me and Tino, like, we shared one idea. We're like, we hope we get proven wrong. We hope Bitcoin goes up back to 35K and 40K and above. Wouldn't that make our day? But the truth is, we know how these charts are. We know how the market maker works. And if you guys know about market makers, realize DeFi has better market makers called AMMs. So me and Tino talked about that for a good half an hour, and how we need to, like another like big conversation I had with Tino was about savings accounts and the, you can say, instruments that the banks give us and how they need to be replaced. So he honestly explained me the database of, you can say, a few banks, like sort of RBS here and Barclays, and he told me how their module is to give the tiniest, he goes, it's like giving the scrapes of a cherry pie to its customers. That's how they treat their customers, because they know they can't go anywhere in Europe but them. So they give them a crumbs of the cherry pie, as he puts it. And if Tino, if you're listening to me here and you're part of the ARK Army, I apologize. I'm sharing these insightful things with the crowd, but I think it's important. I think people should know how the banking industry works, how technical analysis works, and it makes us better investors. Wouldn't you agree, Atlas?
100%.
So yeah, that's the insight from Tino that I got. And the next thing that gave me some hope about government, Atlas. I normally, I don't like to put the word government or centralized in the same sentence, but some really cool stuff happened in America. So I'm gonna kind of touch that with you. We just finished off a big AMA from Georgetown University, and that's what I'm gonna start off with. So this is the federal governor. So the title reads, U.S. wholesale CBDC has promised, Fed governor says, but retail difficult to imagine. So this governor by the name of Governor Bauman. So if any of you know about politics, she's an outright speaker of things, like things of things going wrong and things that make sense to her. She's a logical businesswoman, and she has a vast experience. And you won't hear her words, but she did a whole. So at Georgetown University, she did a whole, you can say 3 hours, or I think about 3 hours of a speech, where she talked about CBDCs, she talked about a bunch of different things, and she gave her internal opinions. And I think that's why it's important to touch this article here. So what did she say here? So she said, United States Federal Reserve Board Governor Michelle Baumann spoke at Georgetown University in April to offer a perspective on CBDCs. The Fed plays an important role in the conversations about CBDCs. Her examination of the problems a CBDC might solve and the design and policy issues it entails show little enthusiasm. So she was questioned quite a bit by the crowd here at Georgetown. And the first question that she had to answer was a really difficult one. She was asked, the CBDCs, do they have a limited market cap? Do they have a cap? Because that's not how the Federal Reserve has worked for the past 60 years. And to that she says, us at the red side of things, red side meaning Republican side of things, our think tanks are that there should be a cap. And if there isn't a cap, then we're no different to the module we currently have with the dollar index. And that was some big insights that she gave. So she made some good comments here. She goes, it is difficult to imagine a world where the trade-offs between benefits and unintended consequences could justify a direct access to CBDCs for use beyond interbank and wholesale transactions. What she's saying there is quite deep. Like she's basically pointing out that this is not a B2C thing. So when I say B2C, I mean business to customer. She's saying it's a B2B transaction, which means that the businesses will have always the bragging rights on CBDCs. And that's what the think tank currently thinks. So there's going to be more reports. Apparently she's going to do some more talks, and I will tell you more and more about her opinions. But I don't know if she gets into trouble with saying such things, but she mentions the statements quite a bit. So that's the first thing that gave me hope about good people in the government. Now we go into another person by the name of what's this guy's name? GOP lawmaker. So this dude here on the left, Tom Emmer, had a few things to say about Gensler and how the SEC are treating crypto right now. So the title here reads, Gensler is driving crypto to communist China, says Republican congressman, right? So Republican lawmaker on Tuesday slammed U.S. Securities and Exchange Chairman Gary Gensler's approach to regulating the crypto world. As of Tuesday's hearing in front of a GOP-controlled House Financial Service Committee, the top regulator hinted that the fast-moving digital asset industry was hard to keep up with. Hard to keep up with. Keep those in your mind, guys. But lawmaker fiercely attacked Gensler for not being clearer with his rulemaking. So Tom Emmer was particularly aggressive and claimed that the U.S. tech companies were suffering, right? Suffering as a result. Imagine, I'm sorry I'm going into my own rabbit hole, but imagine if Apple, instead of releasing a savings account of 4.18%, if they actually try to partner with dApps, right? dApps and things on DeFi Llama. If they only partnered with maybe 2-3% of those companies, they would have been able to give better products, a better return. And that's what he means by this U.S. tech companies thing. So he goes, you've been an incompetent cop on the beach. This is what he's like. This is his words to Gensler. He said, before claiming that Gensler was pushing American firms into the hands of CCP. During your tenure at this, so this is, Atlas, can I play this little clip here, or do we have time?
We're short on time, but go ahead and play it, and we'll end it. We have a lot of work to do here.
Okay, no worries. It's 55 seconds, so if we can just hear this a little bit, and then we'll conclude here.
Not regulations. It's not responsible to expect the American people to assume your statements are a substitute for rules. Do you agree with this statement regarding the digital asset industry? The SEC needs additional congressional authorities to prevent transactions, products, and platforms from falling between the regulatory cracks.
I think that it's a largely non-compliant field.
Sir, again, I asked you to comply with my questions, and I'm asking you if you agree with that quote. And I'm going to tell you, I'm quoting you from an August 3rd, 2021 article where you, and I believe you told Congressman Hill earlier that you need congressional authority to regulate stablecoins, and stablecoins happen to be a significant percentage of the crypto market. So the question is, when were you telling the truth, to Mr. Hill or to me?
So yeah, that's a small clip, and if you want to go through more of his clips, do search Tom Emmer on YouTube, and you'll find him debating this thing. It was this hearing over oversights because like they're trying to pass the stablecoins bill. They're trying to do the TikTok S11 thing, which covers cryptography assets. So I'm super interested to see how this debate goes and the conclusions here, because here he point blank like he's pinning to Gary Gensler that I'm using your words here. And you're going against your own words. Why is that? Why are we driving these tech companies away from cryptocurrencies? So that's the thing he said here. And I think if you guys want to read more into this, I've put the link in the DeFi links. It's super interesting. So that's my hope into government. The last thing I'll be really quickly with is we heard about the SafeMoon hack, right? I think we talked about it in DeFi sessions. It was an $8.9 million hack on BNB chain. And the good news is that SafeMoon and the team has struck a deal with the hacker, and basically the guy's giving back, I think, 80% of the pool. So I think 7.9 million goes back into the pool of SafeMoon hodlers. And this was a statement from SafeMoon. They had this to say. So they go, SafeMoon has reached an agreement with the party currently holding the funds. Specifically, SafeMoon has agreed to accept 80%. Sorry, I said 90%, 80% of the amount returned, with the other party retaining the balance as a bounty. SafeMoon has agreed not to file any legal actions against them. After careful consideration of the circumstances, it is believed this is the best interest of SafeMoon and the community. So I'm liking these kind of stories, guys. I'm liking that the hackers, instead of using the money for bad and to steal, because when people put money into these tokens and stuff, they're putting their savings accounts, and they're putting their actual incomes, and for them to see it being rugged that way is not nice. So it's good to see a white hacker returning the money. So yeah, I think that concludes my DeFi sessions for today. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Z. Great DeFi session, and boy, you made my day with the news about meeting with the Greek over there in London. quite amazing story.
Thank you, man.
Folks.
It was awesome.
We want to thank everyone that came today to the podcast. We're going to be concluding here shortly, and we're going to stay around for a quick Q&A as we have a couple of meetings to get to. Fantastic day, growth happening everywhere, folks. We couldn't be happier. We couldn't be prouder than we are right now with this community and the way that you guys are really flying the flag of the ARK. Absolutely amazing. Keep it up. Keep smiling ear to ear. Keep paying yourselves every single day, folks. That's what it's about. That's what good crypto is. And we also want to thank the folks that came out and listened to the recording at a later time. We hope that you found it educational as well as entertaining. Congratulations to the All Aboard contest winner, and of course, today's Spark Prize winner, that's Sparky, going into Nitro mode. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC, folks. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you then.